afternoon. Today my topic is human and sex trafficking. Did you know that human and sex trafficking is nothing more than modern day slavery? Human trafficking is the most hideous crime in the world. Human trafficking is felt across the globe, including right here in the United States. Could this be your son? Could this be your daughter? Or could this be your loved one? I would like to share with you what I have discovered about human trafficking, the causes and the effect. As a woman who has worked with many women, I have learned and spoke to many women who are products of sex trafficking. I have encountered a few people who have been the direct result of such an act. I have witnessed both the psychological and the physical effects that invaded their lives. The main objective of this speech is to inform you concerning the dangers, how to stay vigilant, and how to stay safe in such tragedies should occur. Let's understand what human trafficking is. Human trafficking is a modern day of slavery. Human trafficking is a global form of depression that places men, women, and children at risk for sexual exploitation. Human trafficking is a form of force, coercion, and fraud. Human trafficking is recruitment, harboring, transporting, or obtaining a person for labor or services. Otherwise, it is also a form of prostitution. However, human trafficking is not limited to just women and children. It affects men as well. According to the National Human Trafficking Resource Center, physicians, healthcare workers, social workers, law enforcement agencies, and communities should all be aware of the dangers. What are the dangers? Look beyond the surfaces. If it doesn't look right or seem right, most of the time it's not right. To look for these signs is you're looking for a person who doesn't speak or doesn't seem to be all together. To look beyond the surfaces, it doesn't mean to just look at the person, but you have to look beyond what the person is feeling. Some signs to look for is unexplained bruising, victims who can't and won't talk, victims that don't know where they are, victims that have an unknown name, or someone who seems just out of place. Now, for my second point, why does human trafficking affect mainly women and little girls? Prostitution is mainly associated with women and children. Women are coerced and sold to men for nameless amounts of money. Women and children can be sold to the highest bidder. Women and children are most vulnerable. They can easily be taken advantage of, and they are considered to be the lesser vessel, the weaker vessel. Little girls are more prone to sex trafficking because they are still young. They can be controlled and manipulated. Many women and children can have long-term physical, mental changes and damages from being trafficking from such a bad behavior. Finally, the long-lasting effects that the people suffer from being trafficked. The harmful effects of being pregnancy is a direct effect on women who are sex trafficked. Men and women do not have the option of being protected during such an unwanted behavior. STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, is prevalent for many women and men. The mental changes that are experienced with becoming a product of sex and human trafficking. In conclusion, sex and human trafficking is a horrible offense. Many women, children, and men experience a lifetime of trauma as a direct result. Going forward, the new laws are being acted and invented as we speak that will help protect many from becoming a product of such trafficking. Thank you.